it seems like Puffy security was allowing him to beat Cassie, and they wasn't doing anything like D-Rock.
That's because Diddy Security was allowing it because you got a bunch of street niggas. Puff, when he was back in New York, he had about 5 or 6 officers. If you ask any one of those officers who worked for Puff, whether they were correction, whether they were NYPD or myself, state parole, they'll tell you Puff never did no stupid shit around them. Because people wasn't going to lose their pensions and lose their jobs. They are mandated reporters. Now, when you get niggas from the street that need that job, they're going to allow him to do whatever he want to do. Because he can fire them in a minute, and the only job they will be getting, they won't be in the music industry. They'll be at a club or something. So I'm telling you this to say this, man, that because he had dudes from the streets, Paul, D-Rock, Roger Barnes, it's only so much they're going to do when he doing crazy shit to people. They're not going to grab him up and say, man, what the fuck is you doing? I ain't losing my job over this bullshit. Chill the fuck out. They're not going to do that because they depend on that. That's their source of income. That's their livelihood. He holds them in the palm of the hand. Puff them asked me, yo, Gene, Puff wants you just to retire because you can, after you get your tenure, you can retire with your gun and just bank your retirement. He told me, yo, we're going to give you $75,000, bro, a year. Quit your job. Man, you out your rabbit ass mind. I ain't working for no $75,000 a year. And I'm making way more than that just freelancing and having them on the weekend. What I look like? It's 52 weeks out the year. Ain't it about 52 weeks out the year? I got them every weekend. It didn't add up. The $75,000 a year didn't add up. So, nah, I wasn't doing that. Like, it was some security that helped Cassie before when Bad Boy security just watched Puff beating her. Other security intervened. They should have been pulling Puff off of her. Because you don't want him to be seen like that in public.
Definitely not. But it seems like the only woman that Diddy was doing these freak offs with was with Cassie. Why do you think that is?
Bruh, I come to find out that, and people gonna think this is weird. Cassie was a die-hard Tupac fan. Cassie loved her some Tupac. Now she was too young, really, and I don't understand, but somebody close told me that she was a die-hard Tupac fan. And because I believe that Puff may have found that out or known that, he put that against that girl. And he treated her like that because, one, he thought he could get away with it. And two, she had love for Pac. I really believe that. And I know people gonna be like, yo, Gene, that's crazy. Yo, Kim Porter loved Pac too. Sarah Chapman loved Pac too. And then I don't understand why he didn't do Sarah like that. But Sarah was a very, very smart girl. She was highly intelligent. So I know he believed that he probably couldn't have got away with doing shit like that with Sarah. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do that to Sarah and get away with it. Rough her up a little bit, nah, but beat her and do the freak offs like that, nah, I don't believe he could do Sarah like that. But you know, she dated Tupac before him. So I believe that she did that with Cassie, not only because he knew he could get away with it, and I think it has something to do with that. He didn't like the fact that she liked Tupac. And that's crazy. It's crazy to even believe that, even think that. But that was brought to my attention. Because you know, and everybody know, and in Kirk Burroughs' lawsuit, he states how obsessed Puff was with Tupac. Taking people budgets and buying shirts and Versace shirts that Tupac had on. Every girl, every woman that he dated, he was trying to date or did date. At his Grammy speech, said the same words that Tupac had said out of his mouth before. And I just believe his obsession, and he was probably just as obsessed with Pac, probably more than as much as Cassie liked him. His obsession with Pac, and knowing that she loved Pac, even though she was too young to even know. But she had a love for his music. Just like a lot of people that's young now today, got a love for Pac and big music, and they wasn't even around at the time, at the height of their music, at the height of their careers. I believe they hated Pac that much to take it out on that little girl. And that sounds crazy. It even sounds crazy me saying it.